Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolfe.
Well, it's been a bit of a windy day across the state line today. We have seen wind gusts approaching even 30 miles per hour for some spots, and this is a look at our current wind gusts. 28 miles per hour in Rockford, 28 also in DeKalb, a 29 mile per hour wind gust in Janesville, and 26 miles per hour out in Galena. You see that wind really whipping the flagpole out with our Mercy Health SkyTrack camera in Freeport, brought to us by the Rockford Career College. The direction of this wind mainly out of the north and the northeast as we get this cooler air that wraps in on the back end of that low pressure system that brought some spots, some of that rain yesterday into the early hours of this morning. But we also have that much drier air, so that's led to a lot of that sunshine that we now have in place. And that sunshine of stark contrast to where some spots are still seeing the rain down to our south in southern Illinois and even up into central Indiana, where some of these rotating rain showers around this low pressure system. But locally, that drier air to the north has kept us on the drier side, also brought us that sunshine. That did not really have much of an impact on those temperatures, though. That has kept us in the upper 50s. In Rockford, we briefly tagged 58. We now sit at 57 there, as well as in Dixon, 56 in Freeport, 55 Rochelle, 53 the current temperature in DeKalb. Weather Watcher Terry out in Genoa reporting 54 degrees at this hour, 38 the dew point, a northeasterly wind at 22 miles per hour. Kevin in Lena reporting 56 degrees, a dew point of 35 and a 16 mile per hour wind right now. As we get through the rest of the evening, we'll maintain that mostly clear to partly cloudy sky, and that lack of thicker cloud cover, contrast to what we had last night, will allow for those temperatures to drop. This time around, back to the mid and upper 30s, 37 the forecast low here in Rockford. A little bit on the windy side for the evening, but as the sun sets, we will start to see those winds ease up a little bit, and that will also help to allow for those temperatures to drop. There may be a slim chance for a few patches of fog going into the early hours of tomorrow morning. We will see that lighter wind continue for tomorrow, still out of the north-northwest, but 5 to 15 miles per hour. We have a cooler air mass overhead, though, and that will keep our temperature a little bit on the cooler side, likely in the mid-50s for many of us. 56 that forecast high temperature here in Rockford. For Halloween, fairly close to average actually this time of year, right around 55 for that afternoon high temperature. By the time we get into the evening, though, the sun sets, we're down to 48 degrees by 7 p.m., 41 by 11. So any of that late evening trick-or-treating, you may want to grab that extra layer, an extra jacket or two, possibly on top of those costumes, as we'll have a little bit of that wind keeping things a bit on the cooler side. And we stick with that chill heading into the weekend as well. Saturday, 53 degrees, Sunday, 55. There is a slim chance for an isolated shower, possibly a sprinkle Friday, slightly better chance on Saturday. Here's how it shapes up with Futurecast. Thursday, we are dry, but for Friday, very, very slim chance of a couple of isolated showers. The best chance for any of that would likely be late evening and overnight, and then a better chance for any of that potential rain as we head into Saturday. But even then, the coverage of those showers likely not all that great and remaining up about 20% or even less in coverage at any one given time. 56 degrees for Thursday, 55 then for Halloween, down to 53 on Saturday as we get that coolest air settling overhead. But as that pulls away, we get a warm up, 55, 58, and then even by the end of that forecast, touching that 60-degree mark on Wednesday.
All right.